What is up, guys? It is Mystics here. I'm going to be showing you about skill tree for a Lightning Storm Druid. And you do not need any legendaries if you want to. You don't need any of these at all. You don't need any status. You don't need any like little core skills or skills at all for them. It's just pure lightning and a defense. It's a crazy. You heal yourself as you're doing damage. It is a crazy skill. So what you want to go first is Storm Strike, of course, Enhanced Storm Strike, and Fierce Storm Strike. Now you want to click Storm Strike. It's a great skill. It deals damage and it jumps from enemy to enemy, up to 3 surrounding enemies. Of course, dealing less damage, but it does. And also you gain 25% damage reduction for 3 seconds after dealing damage with Storm Strike. Now that is a great thing because the whole build point is around status effects, and what it does is it goes underneath, and you have to go in the middle of enemies, and you get surrounded. You get hit, you do damage back, increased damage, especially at the end of the build. So you go to Enhanced Storm Strike. Storm Strike has 15% chance to immobilize all enemies for 2.6 seconds. You get Fierce Storm Strike. Storm Strike has 15% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. Because the whole build is focused around vulnerabilities and immobilizations and slowing. So you want to go over here, Lightning Storm. This is a bread and butter of the skill, the 2 skills. And Lightning Storm, 15% strike per strike. It's of course conjures up a storm that you starts at 1. You gets going. So you're gonna start off slow, but when you start getting those enemies coming at you, and your skill maxes out, oh, you're good. Your lightning strike maxes out, you're set. The size of your lightning storm, you want to get enhanced because it increases for 6 seconds. So after you shoot one, like I'll show you right now, you shoot one. Oh, you can't shoot it, but usually whenever you shoot one at a time, and then it increases. If you stop using the skill, it resets. But now you have a 6-second timer, so if you're in the 1 second left, you can right click and it just spawns, so you have that 6 storm again. And then you want to get Primal Lightning Storm because it has a 12% chance to immobilize enemies for 3.7 seconds. 3.17. So now you want to go over here, this cluster. You want to go for Earthen Bulwark for defense, because defense is key. I mean, key for this build. Earthen Bulwark, rock barrier surrounds you, of course. Barrier that absorbs 45% of your base life. So you want to go up to Enhanced Earthen Bulwark because it makes it unstoppable. It's just a necessity if you want to add skills. You don't need to for the legendary armor, but I don't have any legendary armor that's worthwhile. You want to do casting Earthen Bulwark grants you 18% base life as Fortify. Now this is also good because it fortifies you. But you can have this one, it damages you, but I like the fortifying better. Now you want to go over here, Ancestral Fortitude, just click 1. You get Vigilance is up to 3. Now Vigilance is key for this build. Now you don't do this first, you go for Blood Howl. So Blood Howl is after you get the Earthen Bulwark or the Blood Howl. I personally will go Blood Howl first, then Earthen Bulwark, because Blood Howl does heal your character. You shapeshift to healing you for 21%. I have item contribution, so it's not that much, but it helps you heal a lot. Trust me, if you just need to stop there, you can heal yourself max. Enhanced Blood Howl, every kill you get is reduced by 1 second. So we're gonna be in the middle of enemies, shooting out status effects and killing them with lightning really quickly because our lightning does more damage to status effects at the end of the build. And then so you want to go over here, you want to get the generate spirit. I like doing the spirit because I like shooting more lightning and I like having more, so I can just heal myself and keep shooting lightning at the same time. Now you want to skip this whole cluster. Companion cluster. I want to do something with it eventually, but you don't need it. And you go over here. Now what you want to do is Hurricane, and you want to go over here to Enhance Hurricane, and you want to go to Natural Hurricane. Hurricane deals damage. That's because it's just around you. It's like a constant thing for a little bit. And you want to go to Enhance. Enemies who are damaged are slowed by 25% for 2.12 seconds. Now it's not a chance. It's slowed. So what that means is your lightning's already doing more damage at the end of the build. So it's constant. They're slowed and you do more damage. And then your Natural Hurricane has a 15% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. So I just like making vulnerable, slowed, immobilized. It's just constant, what's it called? Status effects at the enemies. Now since you got those 3, you want to go over here. Since we need more, you want to go over here. You want to get Elemental Exposure. Your storm skills have up to 10% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 1 second. You want to go over here, Endless Tempest. This increases your duration of Hurricane, so you have more Hurricane per the cooldown, so you don't need more cooldown, right? I think that's how it goes. And you want to go to Bad Omen. Up to 10% chance when dealing damage to a vulnerable, immobilized, or stunned enemy that a lightning bolt also hits, dealing damage. So that is great because our whole build is focused on status effects. Electric Shock. Dealing lightning damage to enemies has up to 5% chance to immobilize them for 3.17 seconds. Great if the enemies are already mobilized. The lightning damage dealt to them is increased by 6%. You want to get that also. So since we have all that, we're going to skip that. We're going to skip the rest. We're going to add more later. Now you go down here. Cataclysm, of course, it's lightning. We need lightning, but it's because of eventually how the lightning build ends. You want to get Prime Cataclysm, increased duration, so it's 12 seconds, I think. 13 seconds now. But then you want to do Lightning Strike. Lightning Strikes make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. So you're making enemies vulnerable, it's making enemies vulnerable. It's a match made in heaven at that point. So now what you want to go up here, you want to go all the way up here. You want to go to Heart of the Wild. Maximum Spirit is increased by 3. Then you want to generate skill abundance. It just every hit you make with your basic Storm Strike does more skill spirit back to you. So I like maxing it out. You go down here because we need this open. So we got 3 more. What are we gonna do? We're gonna add over here. So we get this Defiance. Nature Magic deals 4% more damage. This right here is the bread and butter of your build. So this is like the most important part of the build, because usually you have to stay back when you use Blood Howl and then Earthen Bulwark. Don't charge in until you get this skill right here, Circle of Life. Oh, when I was building this build, I was so surprised about it. I was like, but nature magic skills that consume spirit heal you for 1% of your maximum life. Now imagine that. Max that out. Okay, when you get the chance, max it out. I don't care, but that's the bread and butter. So 3% of your life. So right now I have 1,000, right? And every skill that consume spirit, all your skills that consume spirit, like all the ones that consume spirit, like this one, Hurricane, I think. I'm pretty sure. No, it's these right here. I think this one right here, Lightning Storm. So every time you shoot lightning out, you get health back. Now that is something that I found really amazing. So I'm getting it because the whole thing is you go in the middle, you spread out status effects, you do damage. They get increased damage because they have status effects. So now you want to go over here. You want to get your storm skills deal 4% increased damage to enemies that are stunned, but you don't have to right then yet. You don't have to yet because you're over here. Now the perfect storm skills that you cast grant one spirit and deal 15 increased damage when damaging a vulnerable, immobilized, or slowed enemy. Now this is a great passive because your whole build's focused around vulnerability and immobilized and stunning, right? Because you have the Hurricane, you have your Bulwark that heals you, you have Blood Howl that heals you, but you also have this Lightning Storm, which Lightning Strike that'll do mobilize enemies. You got this right here that immobilizes, has a chance to immobilize vulnerability. This does there's a ton of things that help you throughout this build that focuses toward this thing, because you cast in storm skills. You got this one, Storm, 1 Storm, 2 Storm, 3 Storm, 4 Storm, 4 Storm skills, and then if you cast all of them, you get more grant 1 spirit damage back, and you do more damage for against certain skills do more damage against enemies. But so you got all that. So you have 18 points remaining. What you can do is you can fill it out farther, which I like maxing out that one, right? And then I like going down here. I like maxing out my Storm Strike because I like doing more damage when I'm attacking regularly. Lightning Strike, max it out because that is the bread of your skill. And you go over here. I have 10 left. You go over here. You don't have to have all this maxed out. You can just go slowly. But you want to get, of course, where is this at? This is maxed out, Earth and Tempest. You want to get this one. Your storm skills have up to 10% chance to make enemies fall for 3 seconds. You want to max that out. You want to max out Electric Shock. Dealing lightning damage, of course. Already immobilized them, right? You want to go over here. You want to increase this one. Max it out right there. Storm skills deal 12% increased damage to enemies that are stunned, immobilized, or knocked back. Good, right? It's great. But if you want to, you can add one there, but I personally like having one right there. Increasing that chance whenever you attack, it does more damage down the line. But it's all up to you. Or if you don't want those, if you don't want these, you don't want that one, you can bring it over here and you can add it to this. Your deal is for elite enemies. It's all you can little change this. But what skills you need? Storm Strike, you need Lightning Storm, you need Earthen Bulwark, Blood Howl, and I personally like the damage reduction skill because you're in the middle of stuff. But you need the Circle of Life. I'm not kidding. You need the Circle of Life, Cataclysm, and the Lightning Storm passive, and the Hurricane. But it's up to you for everything else. If you want to I like this. This is a perfect build for me that I was using. When I hit level 50, I'm going to change it. It was great for 10 levels. Great for finishing off Lilith. I just wanted to inform you guys about that. But there's, of course, better builds out there. I will admit. I understand there's better builds than mine. However, I built this myself, and I felt really proud of it. So I just thought to show you to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The storm skills, when I figure out better builds and try, there's going to be I can show you a little bit, actually. So we're going to go out there and show you. I'll show you whenever I get out there. Let's go. Where's that? I'll show you guys how this build works. Okay, so this build works pretty good. Watch. So I go in here, I do this, that, and I just spin around like boom, boom, boom. See, like this. You see. If you see this bring come up when I was hitting enemies, and I got this cast a strike. I got this defend me. I got fortified. I did this status effects, and you can heal yourself to get more storm back. You can do the Cataclysm, which does damage. And it's just an all-around good build, just for a little bit though. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys want to see more, just comment which kind of build. I'm only main druid right now. I'm not even I'm level 50. I just got level 50, but I just thought, guys, hey, hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, stay mysterious.